The names are singular. The meaning of each name, endless. These are the names of the fallen heroes who work and died alongside the men and women of the Special Operations Forces.
These Canine Warriors fight alongside the Special Operations Warrior and his men, his team, his pack, if you will, every day, every mission, every time.
Chris Dutch Moyer is the man behind the Special Operations Forces Canine Memorial here at the grounds of the Airborne and Special Operations Museum in Fayetteville. He served alongside many of the highly trained canine heroes. Each one has a special place for Dutch, including the one who he trained and worked with in combat.
His name was Valco. He was killed in action against an armed combatant in the western Euphrates River Valley in Iraq in 2005. Valco was a man's dog. He was a dog that everybody loved. At the same time, he could bring it to the enemy and do exactly what he needed to do, all for really just a little bit of play, some attention, and a couple cups of dry food.
Dutch and Valco work daily to fight on the battlefield, so it's easy to think of this bond between the two as strong. But Dutch makes it clear Valco's job was to be a soldier's tool in combat, not a pet. A tool that was respected highly by all the men and women in the field.
We missed him a lot. It wasn't devastating, but it was not the same as losing a human. Just make sure we all know that. But it is the bond, again, that you are with him constantly through training, through feeding, through caring, and then of course when he's doing his job, when it's not that he fell off a building, not got hit by a car, he was actually there fighting with you. So it does make a big difference, and it was a significant loss.
This memorial not only serves to remind us of the canines who lost their lives in battle, but also the countless number of soldiers whose lives were spared thanks to the service of these dogs.
Directly searching out an enemy who was laying in wait. Technology could not find him. Night vision couldn't find him. ISR platform couldn't find him. But Valco could find him.
What these dogs do, they've saved countless lives. There's no way to know how many lives they've saved. And if they were a soldier, there'd be medals involved. And possibly, in some occasions, the Congressional Medal of Honor.
We came up upon the enemy trying to find him. We were what we call enfilade. So the enemy was directly across from us with one burst of his automatic weapon. Of course, he could have probably wounded all of us and or killed us. But he succumbed to his wounds that day.
Many of these canines have stories similar to Valco's. They fight beside their human handler and give without question of why. It's a hard job for a dog in the battlefield, but they've been fighting wars beside humans for hundreds of years. And for the ones who don't make it home, there's often only a small memorial on a tent in a combat zone.
Silent memoriam, I guess is what you like to call. A very small panel on a wall inside the team rooms, if you will, honors these dogs, and that's it. These dogs, when you talk about a bond, they train with us constantly, and they are there to do the dirty work. They are there to warn us of the enemy, to find the enemy where we can't find him, where technology can't find him. So they save lives constantly, and then become a valued member of the pack, if you will, of the team.
Now there's a place for these handlers to mourn and for the public to show their respect for these furry heroes.
We have people that come from miles just to see the dog, to come by and get a picture with the dog. We've seen police officers bring their dogs to get pictures with them and their dog by the dog. I mean, it's wonderful.
Even the way the memorial now sits and holds watch just outside the museum is a statement in how these dogs work to keep watch over their human soldiers.
One of the things that came out with this memorial that we didn't expect, we knew the memorial's dog, the head was cocked a little bit to the right, and we knew where we wanted to put him. The foundation president, Chuck Yerry, and I, we walked the ground. I said, Guy, man, right here, what do you think? And we said, yeah, this is good. And we had it, and so we lined the dog up to directly look at the monument in front of Iron Mike, which is one of our biggest icons here in this town. And what we didn't realize when we did that and the statue got here, the dog's head is cocked, or he's looking exactly at the ASOM. He's looking at the front doors of the museum. And as these dogs have worked with their handlers on their teams, as watching over them and being a protector and a special part of their team that seeks and destroys enemy and assists in that mission, here he is, based at Iron Mike, looking at the museum as part of our team.